Good morning, good morning. I'm starting a little bit earlier. I'm just going to put a little music, not too much, because it's going to start earlier because I know there is a time change, so we all have issues. So let's start. No, I don't want to download it now. Shafi, say hi. Say hi. To Aquarians ready, getting ready. Let me get some water. Okay, that was super quick. I am back. I just finished my rebounding, so I'm a little bit still huffing and puffing, but hopefully that's going to go down. Let me see, my blood pressure is back to normal. It's all good. Hi, Matrix. Are you going to come and say hi? Come on. Come on, say hi. Say hi to everybody. Let me go back to the screen to see who is here. Lati and who else? Lead, Nico, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see who else is going to come. Trafner. It was some confusion even last week. Some people logged in and said, oh my gosh, she started like, early. It was just the different areas in the world are changing this winter time differently. Lati, what time is in Puerto Rico right now? And believe it or not, I told Lati, I actually woke up. Hi Sally, hi Shirley, Amy. I woke up to snow. I couldn't believe my eyes. Hi Steph, hi Goldie. Hi Shweta, hi from India, Sylvia. Oh my gosh, there you go. I finally made it in time. I love it. This is usually kind of like my sentence. Shirley, hello, good sign if you see 11, 11, 11. Yes, for sure. Actually, Sally sends me emails at 11, 11. It just, I don't think she plans it. It just like turns out that way. So let's, I'm seeing 2:22 on a clock. So let's start on a dot. Maybe that's what I should do. Start a few minutes early and then start reading right on a dot. So this is Tarot Illuminati. It's a very complex, and this is like Rider-Waite spin-off. It's called After Tarot, which is going to show the next scene from the original tarot. Hey, good morning, CB Hale and Jin. So let's start. Oh, Florida. Oh my gosh, guys. You are doing lots of counting these days over there. So cute. Anybody from California over here? Any Californian over here? I just can't believe it. Anytime I turn on television, it's burning fires. We'll send you some of the snow over here. In IV therapy lab, getting antibiotics because my geek Claude when she was nursing. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, and you're listening. Hello, hello. Sending you healing things. Okay. We are still in Scorpio, so happy birthday, Scorpio. 16, when is 16 falling? That's Friday. So the next week on the reading, I might do something modified. I might do Mercury retrograde reading as a general and then go on each sign. But for now, let's do the regular one. Yeah, I really hope everybody's safe. Hi, Malaysia. Oh my gosh, this is like so nice to see the world over here. So let's see. Water first. Water. Happy birthday to water. Happy prayers for California. Oh my gosh, I saw that video this morning. The woman is driving through fire and she's praying and saying, I really hope to be safe. And she says, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just going. They're cut off from any communication. So guys, let's do this way. If you're here, please go down and click that like button. I keep forgetting. I know that Lati is mentioning this, but I'm going to do this more often because I just like really want to see how many people really show up. So we are doing water. representing water. And also Lati is the main moderator, the head moderator if you wish, and she will decide who is going to get like winning. It's a short reading. You basically just pick the area of your life that you want me to explore. So it's kind of like just to get a taste of me, but at least you're getting some answers. So what are you getting? King of Wands. I guess being water birthday month, you're feeling important. You're feeling you're doing things. Look at what a lovely King of Wands he is over there, right? There are like two lions next to it. So I don't know if you have a Leo in your life, or you're simply kind of like, I kind of like really picked up Scorpios over here, but definitely water is feeling energized, water is feeling enthusiastic. You're going to be doing lots of things. And there it is. Of course, there is like fly in the ointment. We have Ace of Pentacles reversed and Justice reversed. There she is. Look at her. Strong, gorgeous, beautiful, but still cold. And she's just like looking into making that equilibrium. So she doesn't really care that you really feel like you need it more. The story about that goes that two brothers were kind of like going in front of God and asking to share their father's estate, who just like passed away. One brother is very rich and another one is like basically a hooligan, poor. So the rich brother is saying, I need to get it all, because look at him, he's just going to waste anything that it basically comes in his kind of like hands. It just doesn't make sense. He gets it, right? And the other one goes, what do you mean? He has everything. I have been struggling all my life. This is giving me now an opportunity to kind of like go ahead, right? But the other guy goes like, but you really don't know your method around money. Maybe I should grab the money and guide you in how to do it. And the other guy goes, no, 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 you have enough. I need to get everything. So what is Justice saying? Justice is saying, you know what, guys? You should get it equally. You are equal brothers, no matter how much money you have, no matter what you do. So Justice is always equalizing and balancing other people's wishes, right? So this coming reversed being a karma card and Ace of Pentacles. Don't lose yourself in all fun, no work. Usually I say the other way around. You guys are not having a balance. It's too much work. I just like think it's going to be fun weekend. And if something doesn't happen to be your way, if there is like any disturbance, it's meant to be because you were going in the wrong direction over here. So this is just interesting. Brooklyn, where are you? You had snow. It was like, oh my god, I have two huge trees in front of the building and one is like already naked. Poor thing, naked. The other one doesn't even have yellow or orange leaves. It's just like was so weird watching that snow. So let's go with Scorpio again. Scorpios, happy birthday, happy birthday. Hi Tori. Tori, I'm loved. I like that. It's not Tori Deer anymore. Okay. Hi Dean, how are you? That's okay. Good thing. Hopefully going to have a great weekend, Dean. Hi Dean. Yes, cup of soup. Oh my gosh, that's a good idea, Lati. That's what I'm going to do today. I love the winter because my favorite food are stews, and I usually lose most weight in the winter, and so I can't wait, because in the summer you don't want to eat stews, or in the spring. So Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, what's going on? Are you having a Sagittarian or some fire sign in your life? Look at this balance. It's a different type of balance. Here is an angel. And look at that. Remember how in the original deck we had kind of like these two cups being poured in each other, and now we are seeing the results of that alchemist kind of like process. So it's kind of like feeding the earth, but it also freeing things that need to be freed. Oh my gosh, I just remember my dream. I had wings just like that. but everybody was calling me angel. I said, what the heck is wrong with you? I just have growth. It was just like really, really weird. Yeah, I have Roman Polanski dreams. Well, Queen of Swords, look at that. What is the difference? There is this butterfly over here. So now we clearly have this thing. There is like some sense of freedom. Maybe you guys want to free yourself from something. Maybe you're trying to create something that is seemingly impossible. Maybe it feels like that you're on the opposite side of an issue with someone. Maybe it feels that you need something different. And what do you want me to add? Lenormand, Gypsy, or Angel cards to that? Okay, guys, what do you want? Oh, Barbie, like, see, you have a different body type. So let me see what you decide. I'm going to let you decide this. It doesn't really matter to me. You can grab it. What? Nobody's talking? Nobody's talking. Hi, Renee Blake, Capricorns we have here. Nobody's talking. Okay, I'm going to make a decision if I don't hear from anybody. And yes, guys, pre-order is almost here. I am reserving my entire next week for doing basically the intro, the annual Taroscopes. Probably at least 5, 6 will be done. Gypsy, Gypsy, Gypsy. Look at that. People like Gypsy. Okay, and that means that the price is going to go up the moment when they start being delivered. And thank you everybody who ordered, and the people who ordered all Taroscopes, they will get them as they come. So I will not wait to get them all and then give it to you. So no, I don't know which sign you are when you order all, so that's why you'll be getting as it comes. So let me see clarification for Scorpio. And that's right, we are going to have differently thing. We're going to have wish for water signs, wish for each basically element this time around. Okay, so, and actually that wish I can do with Lenormand, so there you go. So Scorpio, one more card. One more card and gaining 50. Scorpio, thought. Yeah, it is about thinking. Queen of Swords, when she comes reversed, she has tendency to get rid of things, right? You're really thinking, you're like, but because you are not air, you're water, right? I think you really want to go in one direction. You're really hoping for the best, but you're being very realistic in some kind of situation over here. Let me get an angel cards anyway here. They can add something to it. Something to it. Efficiency. How appropriate. Yeah, you're maybe looking into things more pragmatically, and that's why you're getting fire and air over here, because this is kind of like call for action if you really, really wish, right? So we will kind of like go from there. Okay, so Scorpio, I think this is really good. It looks very positive to me. It looks like that you know who you are and where you're heading. So who will we do next? Pisces. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Oh my gosh, you're getting justice as well. Major. I mean, I don't even have to take a second one. And you got this one, and you got this one. Hello? Hello, you like Pisces? You like Pisces? Whose birthday is coming? Oh my gosh, I actually just found, you know how Facebook sometimes jumps at you and says, remember what happened? I thought Matrix was 7, and I just realized he was most likely, I don't know, I found him in 2010, end of it, right? 28th of October. And most likely he was a year old, even though Vet at that point told me he could be 7, which was just ridiculous. So I think he was a year old, and so he would be basically 10 next year. That kind of like put me a little bit to panic, right? And you should see him sleeping this morning. I'll show you. Let me find that picture, that photo. Look at that. Can you see that? That's what he does. He wakes up from his work, because sleeping is their job, and then he goes, and I don't know if you can see it because I'm delayed over there, and then he goes back to sleep. So this is it, showing me all his his boy parts. Isn't that lovely? So that's Matrix in the morning. So Pisces, I'm actually buying time because I really want to see what should I tell you over here. So here we have this Justice. So we see this next step, and the next step that I see over here is, look at this. Just like as I was explaining in the story, here is like a rich guy, and here is the poor guy. You see, Cat knows her tarot over here. And so there is like this decision made, and I don't care who you are. This is universal thing. This is like, do you really need it kind of a thing, right? Basically, communism was based on that principle that people should be able to get what they need. And of course, the concept cannot work as long as some people think they need more, right? So that's the problem with this. But look at here. These are two very, very strong cards. And it was interesting that I got this for you, Pisces. I kind of like really thought that like it's an afterthought, but anyway. Look at the Fool. Fool was walking on this cliff. Doggy was saying, no, don't walk. You're going to split. You're going to kill yourself. But Fool said, listen, I trust and I trust and I trust, and I'm going to be positive. I really have to tell you that being a little bit too positive this time around can have interesting consequences this time around, because yes, you are going to kind of like be okay, but maybe somebody around you, because look, he's actually losing his tools, and these are the tools he needs in order to bring them to Magician, right? You can see here kind of like clipping, and this is the Society. The good news here is that, guys, you're going to be doing things that are going to be not the mainstream kind of a thing. It's going to be kind of different. You will be kind of like, you know how the fish swims, you're going to be like finding some nooks and crannies that's going to be different. So here we have like this Five of Pentacles, where we see these like two beggars walking away, right? So there is a next scene where even though you can see this like hardship going on over here, I think that somebody is arriving and giving them food over here. So and certainly kind of like it's showing me here that they are together. So even though this card does have negative connotation, I kind of like do feel that maybe something here is happening that with your actions, maybe somebody is being left out in the cold. I don't know what's going on here exactly. Let me just pick one my card. And Power. You know what? That's right. This was like my instinct that this is really not you, that this is happening to somebody else, because you're coming to your power. You are kind of going into something, trying something new. You kind of like are realizing that maybe it's going to be swimming up the stream, but you're like, the other people will try to take you away from this, and you're going to be really insisting. So maybe they're going to be feel kind of being let down. So you have Frivolity. This is like talking a little bit when it's reversed about vanity and about issues. Maybe you maybe I think that could mean, given that you got Justice twice. First of all, you might be dealing with Libras. You might be dealing with air signs. I see air, right? Air. Power is definitely earth. That we kind of like see it here. So it's going to be that certain people will probably need to go. And I really think that people who really irritate you, people who irritate you with being superficial, and you're going to just like find yourself that there is a drain on you, that you just like don't want it. Like, I mean, almost like looks like, you know, this like Debbie Downer kind of a situation where, hey, let's do that. No, I'm not doing it, right? So kind of like, I think you just kind of like have enough, and you're not going to be allowing that. It's kind of like good to have Fool. I have a love-hate relationship with this card, because yes, it is great to say yes to everything, but at the same time, this entire life is not about being selfless. It is actually about learning about ego, and ego can be very difficult. So we need to know how to form our own ego and yet respect the ego of the other people. But it has limits, right? You're coming into your power. And Cancer. swimming against the stream, I guess, right? Oops. Cancer. Ooh, the Lovers. And look at her. She is getting her sword over here. So what is like with this air? What's going on with this air? You guys, all water is getting airy. Cancer. So some kind of like Gemini over here for Cancers. Cancers. Crockpot. Oh, I love crockpot. I have to buy one of those express, what do you call it? Pots. I used to love that stuff, and now like they're so much more advanced. So what the heck is going on here? Guys, there is like a choice. There are options. You are also obviously air. I think what you just didn't get the star. Every other air card is over here. But you're also having, look, here is a 1 and here is a 9. There is like still something that is brewing. There's like still something from the past. You're trying to position yourself in kind of like this kind of game, but you're clearly showing that you're winning, but you're still not feeling that way, right? Over here, finally, in this particular deck, he turned around and he have seen that the help is coming. This, I think you guys may be dealing with some kind of like really pragmatic things. Maybe you're dealing with, what do I do? Because look at this infinity. Do I go up? Do I go down? We had 1, we had 2, we have 9. So there are issues about work. There are issues about what do I do? How do I pay my bills? How do I move forward? In which direction do I move forward? But the cavalry is arriving. You're getting help and you're getting advice. This is kind of like that watery thing. I think emotionally you need to process certain things. I don't know like about this battle. There was like a battle, there is battle about something that it could be internal, could be external. Very much it could be external over here. Yes, you need to trust yourself, because this 9 of Pentacles is a really good card. It definitely talks about that you have to go back to the basics. You need to kind of like think through your ideas. Maybe something turned against you and you were kind of like stunned with kind of development of situation and kind of like left to wonder. You need to be able to allow yourself to accept and receive help from the other people. Okay, so we have a scholar. There is like lots of thinking. Again, you see air, but I think you're really applying this for what do you do, how do you go about it, what kind of like control you will have in your life in this period. But overall I really think it's good. By the way, the Lovers card can also indicate somebody coming in your life, and that's good. Okay, so let's do this yes and no I said with Lenormand. So what I'm going to next, who is water here? How many water do I have? Or maybe no, I should do the water. Should I? Hi Hermit Tarot. So, or I should do general. Okay guys, you cannot ask the same question twice. That's the problem with tarot, because initially when I started tarot I would ask one question until the answer basically started to go in all directions, and I was like wondering what is like this is not making any sense. The point is like that you did get an answer. Maybe it's the answer you didn't like, but it is what it is. So you can make a question, pose a question, and I'm going to give you 3 categories and I'm going to tell you directive. So it's going to be on a water base, an emotional. This has to be emotional question because it belongs to water. So we have water, we have door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. Okay, so did you guys form your question and pick one of them? So let's answer. The first door, there was like a question about some kind of commitment. Will somebody come through? Will things develop? There is like definitely lots of wonder about some kind of commitment. Well, there is like still not time for it. There are like still things that need to be discussed about that. It is still too early to go about it. Somebody here is not ready. The next one, is the moon. The moon is like, this is not the same as the moon in tarot. So here we are probably talking about somebody who might ask for somebody you're working with, or your pride could be maybe a little bit kind of like affected over here. The moon card is also a card where basically talks about our dreams and our aspirations. So I really think here that things are developing. To answer your question, like, you know, it's just like that Fool card. You just kind of like want it. You just like want to go in some direction and you get there. So there is like about recognition. There is like about moving forward. So I would say there's like seduction, and there is going to be some kind of like love, because I'm picking up you did ask about it. So there is like this wooing and romance. So this is like a very, very positive outcome. And the last one, yes, make a wish. Pretty much you're kind of like getting it. It's not going to be a big deal, but it's going to be something small and very pleasurable. So kind of like enjoy it. Okay, look at you guys. Look at all these twos. Oh my gosh, like a whole bunch of people who will be in a romance mode over there. So let's move on. Let's move on. Who is next? Who's next? Who's next? Who is next? Who's next? Who's next, guys? Oh my gosh, let me just get a Kleenex. Whenever I exercise, my nose is coming through. I don't know if you ever guys tried rebounding. It is like the exercise I might always go back to. It is like so healthy, and the older you get, the lovelier it gets. What did you do, Matrix? What did you do? What is this? He's like covered with something. So he was into something. Okay, so who is it? Who is it? Oh my gosh. Air, earth, air, earth. Air. Lottie, which one is it? Which one is it? I'm feeling earth, to be honest. Yeah, me too. Look at Lottie and I. We are getting in sync with how much we communicate. Lottie is such a lovely person. Really, really. And I really, really want to say that I appreciate all these mods. They are here. They take their time to do that. So, earth it is. Earth. Earth wins. Earth wins. Earth. Hi Heb, how are you doing? Blue. Oh my gosh, look at all this lovely people. Guys, please thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever. I mean, I don't care if you put it up or down. I just like really want you to be present. You need to do some energy. Like, you cannot sit in a chair and wait for Mr. Charming to show up, right? You need to be active. So start with the energy with this channel. Okay, let's see. Earth. We have Princess of Swords. Earth. Somebody is observing you. Or you're observing somebody. Earth. Oops. Oh, Two of Cups reversed. Why is it? And gosh, what's going on here, Earth? Am I having somebody here who is possibly in distress? I'm sensing that some of you here are, because look at how lovely these cards are, even though the meaning here a little bit takes me back. We have Princess of Swords reversed, and then we have Two of Cups reversed. You're definitely maybe looking into somebody, hoping for somebody, or you still might be kind of like suffering from some kind of breakup and still checking out what's going on with him, what's going on with her. You feel a little bit left out. You feel a little lonely. You feel like you don't belong, right? This is a good card because it's saying you're losing yourself in your illusions. Instead of like following the path that you on which you're meant to be. So there is like some kind of distraction, Earth, that I'm seeing. You know, This reminds me of the times that I kind of like made myself depressed, right? And what I do to myself is, because I love animals so much, I just go and see all this kind of like rescue dogs from China that they wanted to eat them, and then see the suffering they went through, and then I start crying. So what the heck, you know, I'm doing this to myself. It's not much I can do, so I just give money to all these kind of organizations who are actually able to do something productive. My tears are not going to help, right? And Five of Pentacles, feeling isolated, feeling disconnected, like Earth really needs warmth. Let's give them a really, really, really big hug. Oh, Hermit Tarot, lost since 2016. It was like, for me also, 2 kind of like tough years, I have to admit. This I don't like. Let me see that I can bring something positive. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Oh, you got 4 cards. So you have the little lizard, your little salamander. Very phallic. Look, oh my gosh, where do I even start with this? Taurus. Are you involved with somebody? Because this tells me that it might be somebody coming back, and that you'll be so happy and so grateful about that. You will kind of all sing wedding bells. But the truth is that the person is just like serving their needs, because look at the next scene, that everything is about pulling strings, or somebody, maybe somebody just like have these carnal pleasures. So be very careful, because this card also talks about that with actually getting involved in such situations, even though they soothe you, they're just like the drug. And that's why this card does talk about addictions, right? And it helps in that moment, but it actually harms you in the long term. So do not go, or be aware of that. That could be something that can actually put you back with this. Yes, absolutely, you're taking a risk with someone. And I definitely think this is applicable to exes. This is applicable also to maybe your happiness being tainted with someone who has somebody. It could be a third party. It could be a third party in a sense that you are the third party, that you got involved with someone who either doesn't know what he or she wants, or somebody who is married, worse yet, because that to me, it also could be that they have such a strong ex, somebody who is impossible and who is really impacting this relationship. So hence the jealousy, hence the things kind of like flying out of proportion. So let me just get one more. Have you ever heard of being a motor mouth? I did say that to a few people in my life. Okay. Room, again, that's about that intimacy. This is about jumping each other bones. Oh my gosh, Earth, this is like, could be also Capricorn in your life, could be Pisces in your life, could be kind of like that energy coming through. This is literally Taurus. You're going to be, sorry to say, horn dogs, and it's going to be just like rabbits time kind of a thing. You know what I mean, right? So hey Dean, thank you very much for being here. I wish you a lovely weekend. All the best. Okay, so who is next? Capricorn. So let's see Capricorn, since I was mentioning you over here. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Carol, laughing is like such a good thing to do. You know, this is like so healing. Capricorn. 9 of Swords, but I really think this kind of like maybe fell over here as well. It's kind of connecting with something that is kind of like upsetting, because I'm seeing this 9s over here, and that means it's kind of like almost the end of something. You're facing your enemy. You're, look at these dragons, like, say, hey dude, you're not real, you're just like in my head, I'm going to get rid of you. And person is here grabbing the sword. The person here is not anymore stuck. So the moment when you face your fears, that's the moment you're heading out. So that's what it is. Like here, like, I mean, you're still tapping in the dark, Capricorns, for some kind of reason. Any Capricorns over here? Any Capricorns? Any Capricorns? Hi Kalima Keisha, love your name. Oh my gosh, 5 planets in Capricorn. Capricorn. And the Hermit, and look at that, the Hermit is getting this help. It's kind of like, I thought about it and that materialized. I'm no longer alone. I kind of like grabbing this wisdom, and I'm having somebody taking care of me. Look at those 9s. 9, 9, 9. This is meaning that, guys, you're coming to a phase where you're kind of getting completely clarity about something. You know what they say, be very careful what you do in the stage 1, 2, and 3, because you're planting seeds and you're growing it, right? Oops, why this wants to come? King of Cups. Because like if you plant a tree and you stand the growth, it's going to go around, it's going to be all worked, right? So, but then you benefit from that hard work in the stages 8 and 9 and 10, and you're clearly kind of like coming to some understanding. I would say it is about you, it's about people around you. There was like something that was like stopping you of being able to be this kind and generous person. Not that you are unkind, but like, you know, when we're under stress, when we are to ourselves, almost like maybe you pulled away from the other people, maybe you were on your own, maybe you needed to process certain things on your own. Like, you're having 2 major arcanas. This is really, really big. And then this beautiful King of Cups. You are emerging. What are you, Capricorn, or you're Taurus? You are emerging with a sense of, you know, love and freedom and being a good listener. Or better yet, you're finishing one phase. We're going to see this now, and picking up somebody. It could be water sign coming your way. Courage. That's right. That's right. Look at that. Today, like, stars are lining up. Everything is really working out. You guys are going to have a good time, even though I kind of like saw that kind of like mildly negative. But yeah, of course, it's life. You go ups and down. You are taking bull by its horns, and you are not having it. You are really, really moving ahead. That's for sure. Melody. Yeah, you have been probably feeling under the weather or depressed over some situation, and you're realizing that you kind of like really have to take this into your hands. This is really telling me also that you need to probably, as we had this on this chat, eat some warm foods, be taking good care of yourself. Here they're suggesting tea. So whether or not you're north or south hemisphere, I really think vitamins and taking care of yourself would be very important. And I don't know, for some reason I just got cold over here. So be careful about your health, because like going around in the snow can actually make you catch a cold. But this is not going to stop you. I really think that this is like really telling me that some of you will not be willing to kind of like stop and smell the roses, and hence that's when you are going to get sick, because the universe is going to say, look, you really need some time off at this stage. So what is this right now? Look at this, everybody's today warm foods. That's the first thought I had, like when I woke up and I saw the snow. I said, snow? I love snow, but not November the 10th, right? Just wait another month and a half. So I did Capricorn, I did Taurus, Virgo, 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 Virgo. You have Queen of Wands, Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. because this is Virgo, it's kind of like weird, right? So for Capricorn came here, and for Virgo is coming here. So Virgo, you're going to be actually a mover and shaker. Look at this. So here I see this next stage. Here I see here, sort of like burying the dead, if you really wish. It's kind of like you're putting things to rest. So the worst is over. Look, the day is coming. There is like the honor in some kind of situation. Maybe you're not seeing a point about sticking around somebody, doing things of some kind, or even more so giving this card. I think you did put your foot down, right? Look at this. We have this 18. It's going back to this moon. Maybe there is a situation where you felt discomfort, where you didn't know where you stand, and it was like a very nervous situation to be in. But Queen of Wands is like a mover. She's a shaker. She kind of like sits on her throne. She's like doing things. It's almost like that situation when you said, you know, it was an old lady that they learned that kind of like thing, which kind of like looked really silly at the time, or sounded silly. She says, when something really gets on your nerves, just roll your eyes. I said, yeah, sure. And I rolled my eyes, and I realized, oh, look, I feel really released. Like, she's right. Because I see here love messages. There is like the new goals, and it's almost like a revolving door that something stops and something else begins. Something really, there you go, the balance that is achieved. You are not taking anything anymore. You're saying, you know what, all of these words served me well. I am proud of having wrinkles. I am proud of this because it is who I am, and I love myself. You know, this is the starting point. That's basically that self-love, which kind of like is represented in your heart hermit. Hey, I know that you're talking to me from the side, but you showed up. You showed up. Okay, so look at that. It says reunion, and you have the letter over here. So I think you're going to put your foot down over somebody, and it's going to look weird. You might think it's the end. Maybe that they will be here. I really think you will be the one coming into your power. Also, this could mean that there is like somebody coming back, maybe somebody from the past, because they're like love arrows over here. There is like something going on clearly, but it could be somebody from the past. I think there was like a problem with some kind of like communications that were happening, and that kind of like caused maybe a breakup. Maybe that's going to be cleared. So again, you guys are not going to be jumping into that recklessly. You will be kind of like really looking what is the best and what is the best for you in that situation. So that's really, really good. And I do have to say, this can indicate some kind of like really hot, sexy times. Okay, so again, guys, you can make another wish, and because we're doing Earth, let's kind of like make this wish be about pragmatic matters. It could be about work, it could be about career, it could be about finance. So let's see where that takes us. Okay, hi Ed, did you guys go down and put your thumbs up or down? Just let me see at the very end how many people were on call, because at any given time there are like 50 to 70 people, but then you see at the end of basically the stream, like, I mean, there are 200, sometimes more, right? So let me see. We said question. Okay, as I said, it's going to be about something pragmatic, something about life, something, you know, that you maybe want to buy, something that you want to decide. I mean, like, I was like considering buying a house, and it was like so beautiful. It was literally a dream house, but every single reading was no. Only reading that was yes was like, will I buy it? It looks like it. So it looks like I was kind of like being reckless. So I stopped, and that's a good thing. All right, Texas in the house. Oh my God. All right, so door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. Okay, Ask yourself a question. It has to be something about life, something pragmatic, something, you know, that is daily, something that is about making yourself more beautiful. That's basically what the earth is all about. So the first card, oh my gosh, you're getting the ring again reversed. It's again, some commitments are not ready to be there, right? Ring is a good card, but like when it reverses, it's definitely warning us that we need to really think what we are committing. Or what's up, baby? You want to commit to me? You're sleeping with me already every night. So what's the point? We're just going to mess things up if we make it official matrix, right? You already have Safi. She's gorgeous. Because this can actually definitely, even though I told you Earth, this can talk about contracts. Maybe you're asking if you're going to get a job, right? And it could be kind of like some new regulations at work. It could be some kind of like repositioning that I see here. Something is still not ready yet. Okay. The next one, the mice. Your question is not the best for you. Your question is basically saying that it could be some kind of like damage as a result of it. So the mice, they eat everything in front and then they poop. So twice the damage. So it could be lots of annoyance and people irritating you. So I would really watch what I say over here, and I would watch what I do, because look at those clouds and rain, and they're like really poo-pooing this good thing. So it could be somebody who will be interfering with this wish to make it not necessarily to harm you, but something will happen that's going to come in a way. And the last one, the lilies. This is talking about something professional. This is talking about health as well. Yeah, health goes under earth over here. It talks about recovery. Doctors are represented with this card, and this is also the card of something old springing back. So maybe you're asking about some kind of like family thing, right? It's also about aging and looking good, and you know, grandparents, your family, or morality. It's also sexuality over here, right? So this is clearly success. This card is really peace and maturity. Something is going to happen that's going to make you feel in the zone, right? So it's going to be feeling really, really good. What's up, baby? He's sitting next to me and he's staring. Thank you, Miss Sonia. I really, really appreciate that. I don't know if you ask about a career, that's going to be something that is yes, and it's going to be peaceful working situation and a good lasting job, right? So very, very good. All right, so which element is next? And while you're deciding, I'm going to open something for Matrix. Looks like he's waiting for me to do something. What's up, baby? What do you want? What do you want? Huh? Want a catnip? What do you want? Want a catnip? Here you go. You too. He wants his catnip. He's like saying, I have a company, and he wants to have his doping morning, I guess. So they get stoned and then they go back to sleep. So which one is it? Air or fire? Air or fire? Air or fire? Let's do fire. Fire. He's hungry. Yes. I love that joke. No, he is not hungry because they just ate in the morning. But they kind of like work, which means sleep for them. And then I wake them up to eat, and then they go back to work. So let's do fire. Fire. Air is up front. Air wins. Okay, Lati was observing, so let's do air. And guys, let's put this thumbs up or thumbs down. I really want to see you kind of like participating. I really, really appreciate. And I mean, moderators are working very hard. They are trying to get to know you. This is supposed to be the place where you can kind of get this like friendly attitude. We have 9 of Swords here. We have 6 of Wands. 10 of Swords. What the heck is going on here? And there is a fight now. Now they're like high, and there is like this big bundle of the black and gray cat together. I don't know if you can hear it, you'll hear it. So tired of growing it a few times. Oh my gosh, you should see this. She is kicking him with legs, and he is just like, don't do that, don't do that. Listen to this. She's just staying, waiting to pounce on him. It's a little tiny cat compared to him. All right, sorry, who am I doing? I'm doing Air. So Air is coming to some kind of conclusions. It's kind of like really strange, because usually my own readings do not resonate with me, and that's probably because I'm able to kind of like funnel the energy from the others. But now they do. I have been going through I don't know, mild depression, I would say, and it's kind of like trying to find different way, trying to go in a different direction, and instead of like going in a different direction, allowing those, you know, sad movies to come my way and feed basically the problem. So it is clearly saying that as Air, we need to kind of like get through it. There is like 6 of Wands. We need to be this victorious. We need to kind of like do things. And I think with Air, it's really it's relatively easy, because Air does think through things in a very logical way, and it's going to be just like that. I need to wake up 2 hours early, and I need to exercise. That's going to give me some energy. I need to eat nutritious foods. It's just kind of like sometimes like that machine, like garbage in, garbage out. So let's remove this garbage so we can get better results. And there is like Prince of Wands, so which is like really lovely. Look at this. There is like this new place where we are going. So it's a shift. Obviously shift. The worst is over. This is done. We are conquering something that has been a burden, a big burden. It could be lots of things in our own head, like with what I see, but look at this fire. We are kind of like going into doing energy, going forward. So ultimately this is like really going in a really great direction. But so just so you understand, if you guys also have this kind of like, oh, you know, I'm tired and I don't want to do anything, this is not typical for Air, which is kind of like a really good way down. Like, I mean, if you kind of like fall in this, and I will definitely, and you know how YouTube gives you all the suggestions, and once when you see a bad movie or a sad movie, you keep getting 10 another ones. It's like, I have to stop. I have to stop my addiction. I have to. Okay. So 7 years of hell. No, not 7. I already had 2. I'm done. I'm done. So no, Nico, fire will be going next. And let's see, who do I want to do first? I still didn't make a decision. So this card probably belongs to the major reading. We have the Temperance reversed. Something is still not the right time. Something is still not the right place. It could be somebody showing up. Prince of Wands and Temperance. It could be actually 2 people. Whoa. And it's kind of like weird, because otherwise it would be a good place to be, right? It can also talk about this, like, I mean, trying to find these solutions. This is talking about freeing ourselves from some kind of like circumstances, or even from some people, or, you know, not going in some kind of like things. But it's going to be one person that could be probably better, but it's still not time for it. You know, sometimes people tell me, oh, tell me when I'm going to meet somebody. Well, that's not how it works. Because this entire thing works with, you need to kind of become this kind of person. When you become this kind of person, things just happen. That's that law of attraction, right? So you need to work on yourself, not kind of like sit at home and wait. I'm going to wait 2 more months, and then in 2 months, 2 days, and 2 minutes, somebody's just going to show up at my door, right? Easy. No, that's not how it works. I wish, but it wouldn't make sense. So let's start with Gemini. Gemini. Look at that. I'm using Gemini, also talking about, look, that's the chatterbox. Gemini. Oh my gosh, they're so lovely. Gemini. Look at Kimberly. Marianne, that's not good. That's not good attitude. That's the vibration that is not going to get you further. So you need to kind of like, that's the thing that you need to kind of kill it, right? Gemini, 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 Gemini. Ooh, that's good. Ooh. Oh my god, Gemini, you have some kind of Aquarian energy coming through, tons of the stuff. But I also have a king. So okay, good and bad, just like what I see it over here. There's like something really good. There is like some new hope going on. I think some Geminis might kind of like get a new hairdo or dye your hair. I don't know why that kind of like came through me in this kind of like phase. There is like this, you're going to be everywhere the next week. So being everywhere, and this is like a hope and healing, and it's going to be kind of like really puttering around. But at the same time, and of course this is really typical for Gemini, sometimes you just get, you know, tired of the things. And look at him, he decided what he wants, and he grabbed not one but quite a few things. I think he grabbed two, and that was like a wisdom. And he goes like, oh, you know what, I just couldn't make a decision, so I'm taking both wisdom and money and kind of like gifts, right? So it's kind of like, it was like enough. And I think you might have somebody, it might be some air sign, Taurus, as you can see. Look at this like big bull. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful animal, really, if you think about it. And there's like this taming, something strong. And he's reversed. Where is my angry unicorn? He's reversed. So this guy might promise a lots of emotional things, and it's going to really not end well, right? Ah. And it's like angry unicorn doesn't want to close his mouth probably. Okay, I'm looking at his teeth over here. There we go. So you know what, guys, what I am realizing right now is this time around some crappy things won't work. Some things will be different. You're going to feel so exuberant. You're going to feel like, look, I'm going there with you or without you. It's like that sense of security. Maybe some people are in your way toward like feeling comfortable, right? And it's kind of like really, really important over here to understand. But you're going to be getting certain things. Yeah, have faith. Look at the star and faith. Like, this is so lovely. You know what, guys? I don't know if you're religious, if you believe in angels. This is clearly showing me that you have angels around you, and you need to tune in. You need to turn it on that channel. You know how you kind of like go on the radio and sometimes it's in between the station and goes in and out. You're getting some messages, but then you say, ah, it's not good. Yeah, you have to open up to getting those messages, and the messages will be there for you, telling you instinctually about something. You're going to have lots and lots of choices, maybe 3 people wooing for you, so which is kind of like really, really good. Okay, you know, Marianne, I understand you probably feel burned. I mean, feeling like I'm in solo is very empowering. You see, this is vanity. You might be dealing, guys, Gemini, with somebody who is like really into himself or herself. Oh, I'm so beautiful, and look at my nails. Or, you know, somebody kind of like going forward with this is me, and this is only skin deep, and I think you're going to straighten them out really, really quickly. That's the problem, right? Like, I mean, look at Marilyn Monroe. She was Gemini, very pretty, very energetic, but she really wanted something like with some kind of essence. And I think if this doesn't measure up, it will be off you go kind of a thing. So go back to Marianne. You know, men are half of our civilization, and they definitely, you know, are there to make us understand that masculine part of us. So denying that would be like denying ourselves, because if you see that yin and yang, we see that in the white part, the black dot, and in the black part, white dot. We really need to connect with that energy, as it's really important for us. So if nothing else, just be selfish about it and kind of like go with the flow with this. So instead of like saying, oh, I hate men, just say, look, for the time being, I really want to be on my own. I have no time and I have no patience for this stuff, but I really want to learn about it, and I really want to learn how you guys think. So just like try to have friendships and nothing more, and that's going to kind of like really push you in a different direction. So let's go with Libra next. Libra, 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 Libra. Oh, Carol, your grandma. Oh my gosh, that's your card, Libra. One of your cards. Libra, what a lovely card to get. Oh my gosh. Libra, you are going to feel powerful and sexy and creative. It might be family time. I don't know, like you, I also see possible Taurus in your life or earth signs, just like what I saw here. I saw for Gemini, Air, or Earth predominantly. And here we are talking about setting your sights up on a horizon. Look, he's releasing his, I think, falcon over here. He's telling him, like, go. Here are his ship. He's still looking at his ships, but at this stage there is this huge enthusiasm about something. There are 2 threes. You're going to be feeling extremely creative. The energy is going to be super, super high over here. And you know what, guys, you love this beauty. So here we are talking about vanity, but vanity here was like almost like bad, but here it's kind of like beautifying, which is different. It's not vanity, just kind of like, hey, I really want to get myself some bubbly bath, and I'll have candles and nice music, right? So that kind of beauty, where also you can actually bring it to the other people. So I am not worried about you, Libra, at all. You guys are going to have opportunities. You will be flirting, you will be going out, and you'll be placed on a pedestal. I can clearly see that. You probably are getting rid of people who actually didn't make you feel that strong and powerful and feminine. If you're female, if you're male, that you were not accepted because you were able to show, you know, your soft side. This is kind of like going to be, look, I know who I am, and if you don't like it, off you go. So let me just like see. Okay, here we have sights. And let's get the angel cards. Sights to me is very similar to this card. Flexibility. Look at that. It's kind of like bending down, but not backward. This to me talks about long distance, and this to me talks about long distance. Do you guys have something that you need to put in the past, leave in the past? There's like also the card that talks about support, and I really think that some of you are kind of like needing to resolve these issues that we saw it over here. You kind of like need to, there is like a possible jealousy, which it's not normal feeling for you. Jealousy is kind of like when we don't feel solid, and we don't feel solid because we do not want to make a decision, because this decision would possibly involve not being with a person or not being sure about ourselves. So the truth here is, and that's why she's leaning on this kind of like solid bench, that we kind of like need a support system. And you need to really find yourself, what is your strong element and where do you feel comfortable. And I really think it's going to be lots of food, it's going to be meeting with the friends, and all of a sudden you'll be getting compliments. There will be other guys and women hitting on you. You will see the spark, you'll see the smile, somebody's going to look at you longer than usual. It's going to be signals, so don't kind of like be, you know, that airhead and just like, I mean, continue with the stuff. Just strike a conversation and say something really nice. My friend Sylvia, a Libra, she and I are sitting in a restaurant and waiting for our food, and I mean, she kind of like blurs things out just like I do, and just I love her to death. So we were talking about that movie Secret. It was like years back, and the secret was all about kind of believe. And of course the movie has lots of flaws, but if you haven't seen it, just please watch the movie. I don't really believe that just because you are always positive and you always say things that will happen to you, because you need to have vibrations that will actually match that. That's what I believe. But movie was a really good start. So she says, okay, I'm going to make my intention. She says, I don't even want young guys. I want older guys. And I want somebody who is going to be entertaining. I want somebody who will be taking me to concerts. and where I will be just dressed really well and be treated like a princess. Within minutes, there is this guy, almost like obnoxious guy. It was a Polish restaurant we were in, and he walks in, and maybe a little bit to drink, but I don't know, it was earlier in the morning, it was a lunch hour, and he just like sits at our table, and he's just like right toward her, flirting with her, and I am laughing like crazy. I just cannot come up to my senses, because that's exactly, and the guy has big accordion and he's starting to sing. I was like laughing so hard that I thought I would vomit, and she says, why are you laughing? Like, I mean, this is not nice, I'm in distress. And you're like, I said, this is exactly what you put in the universe. So guys, flexibility, you're putting certain things in universe, it might not come back exactly as you envision, so be careful what you put out. So if you put out sadness, you're going to have like this nightmarish things, but if you put this love, it's going to be sky's the limit kind of for you. And who I didn't do, Aquarians. We have Page of Swords. Aquarians are going to be smart asses. Aquarians, what is new, guys, right? You know Aquarians so far. What they call wands in Croatia. Stab. They call it stab. S-T-A-P. And yeah, it could be a magic stab, magiczny stab, a magic wand, right? Or it can be just wand, right? So that's how they call it. By the way, Croatians is very similar to Serbian, almost identical, just like British English and US English. So learning one language, you're basically getting 2 for 1 kind of a thing. And also we all kind of like lived in a country where we had 4 languages. We had Slovenian, Macedonian, Croatian, and Serbian, right? So Croatian and Serbian being similar, so let's say 3, right? But everybody understands everybody, so that's kind of like really, really good. So glad to hear it, Carol. And talking about the magician, I was just mentioning it, it's reversed, so it could be Gemini. It's definitely lots of air energy here. Magician reversed is be careful kind of a thing, because I'm seeing that theme continuing. Be careful of doing things that might cost us later, because it could be a battle of wills over here that I see. So hopefully me and Lati are going to be on good terms this week, because it shows like somebody being a smart ass and somebody saying, I'll show you, smart ass. I kind of like have my own say over here. The Magician reverse kind of like reminds me of that insistent life insurance person who chased you down the street. Did you see the Groundhog Day? Like, I mean, it was this kind of like a thing. I love that movie, one of the best movies on my list. And we can be talked into something that we are not supposed to be talked into. So air really needs to watch it. We might actually make the wrong choices here with people, or insist to be with somebody who is not ready. Kind of like cold completely in our heads over there. So this one wanted to come out, and it's constancy. That's right. That kind of like makes sense. It's reversed, so it is like really neat to understand. Well, it's reversed of constancy. So what is it we are doing that is kind of like really not in sync with who we are? It's really not in sync where we are supposed to be, right? Constancy really talks about, I don't know, can you see these building blocks over here? And so she understands there is a process, and I really think over here Aquarians are impatient. What is new? It's like you wake up in the morning and you want to be a millionaire by the end of a day, kind of a thing, right? So of course this is not now about inconsistency and hesitation. I see definitely lots of impulsive behavior over here, right? Be very careful, because inconsistency leads to missed opportunities. I absolutely hate it in me, and of course we do things that we hate, right? So that kind of goes about that. It can be a fragile relationship. Maybe it's going to mean meeting somebody who is going to be there one day but not the other one, right? It could be lack of commitment or lack of fidelity, and it could be even Aquarians that are doing this way. Just kind of like, look, I've been going through such a bad period. and I need some fun. And it's kind of really weird because like now maybe you're meeting somebody who's right, and that they don't like it, and they will tell you. So it's going to be really, really interesting. Let me get an angel card. What is it saying here? Commitment. It was also reversed. It's going to be lack of commitment of some sort. Maybe we will want commitment from somebody, and the stars are not aligning yet, but nonetheless you're still going to feel good. And look, they're chasing balls. I have cats chasing balls. I don't know what to say. Aquarians, enjoy. All I can say, look, they're okay. This is only 1 week, and like after 1 week we can kind of like do this like better. But the good news is like that we are getting out of this funk, and maybe we are going in the next one, which is like not completely cool. But the good news is that we actually will be standing our ground and knowing what we really need to do next. So because we're doing air is dealing with our hopes and wishes and manifestation of the things that maybe have been planned, right? About strategy. So make a wish on that level. It's also very spiritual, right? Kind of like it can talk about mental health as well, new visions, new directions. So what I need to envision, what I need to open up, it's spiritual. If you want to ask your spirit guide a question, this is a time to do it. And it's going to be a very simplistic answer, but it's going to be the answer, yeah, whatsoever. So 3 cards. It's for everybody, but it's like in the air tone, so we are addressing those questions. Please, not the ring thing again. I know. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. You would not believe what's happening behind me. Like it's a mess over there with my kitty cats. All right. Questions. 3 cards. 3 cards. 3 cards. Did you get that ring, Lottie, yourself? Did you get that? Okay. Oops, the first one wants to come out. Oops, the second one wants to come out. And door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. So let's see if you got a ring. Lottie wanted a ring, so let's see this law of attraction. We got the sun. Sun is good. Up or down, sun is good. Even when it's kind of like sunset, this is the time and you really, really need to do and kind of like hold hands. This is the image that I had initially of the sunset and 2 people holding hands and looking at it. It's something about romance. It is something about gentleness. Maybe you want stability in your love life and you want a guidance, and the answer is overwhelming yes. This door number 2. The mice. Okay, we didn't get the ring, but we did get the mice. There is like something that you're not going in the right direction. Mice talks about damage can, like the question that you're asking is not the direction you need to go, because the mice really talks about issues coming in your way, right, Sevi? You're all over the... Yes. I love you very much. Do you love me? Huh? How much? Do you like me spectacular a lot? So this is worry, guys. This is stress, vermins, things that kind of like nibble away. Of course, you're showing your private parts. Disruptions. So no, it's not going to be yes. It's going to be a no. Be very careful about car issues. Anything that needs repairs over here, right? I really think more than anything else, it's not going to be no answer that bothers you, but it's going to be that annoys you, kind of a thing. And the last one, child. It is like something that you guys who picked the door number 3 have been asking for something from the past. And maybe you are brewing some kind of idea for quite a while in your head, but either you didn't do it, or you didn't have energy to do it, or have been stopped, or things were not lining up, or this can be just like literally about your child that you were asking about health, about growth, about happiness. And the answer is absolute yes. That things will actually be better and grow, and there is like a really good path forward. We also have an apple here, so I don't know why this made me think that you guys need to eat lots of apples, whether they're cooked or not. There is like this beautiful delicious dessert from my country, so you kind of like boil an apple, and it must be Granny Smith's, and I think you boil it in the water with sugar or whatever you use again, for sugar, so it kind of like it's a little bit thicker, so make sure that apples are not falling apart. But you kind of like carve almost everything. You just like leave the bottom so you can fill it, and then you fill it when they're done with kind of like a mixture of walnuts with that water, so it's kind of like very thick, and put the whipped cream on the top and chill it. It's amazing. It's really good, and it's healthy. It's kind of like good basically for diet as well, as long as you don't eat other carbs. And we are doing, who I was doing? I was doing fire, or I was doing air? I was doing air. Oh my gosh, I need new brain. I need new brain. So we're doing fire, 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 fire. And sometimes I would put dye in that water that I cooked those apples, and then make them like, I mean, purple, well, not really purple, kind of like reddish, and it's like just like so spectacular, like a dessert, and it's like such a simple thing to do. Fire, fire, fire. Because I'm following this new diet, and it's Ayurvedic diet, and it's kind of like really weird, because I was thinking like, I have this yo-yo thing, I gain weight, I lose weight, and it's easy for me to gain weight, it's easy for me to lose weight. It's just like I need to be ready, and it's like really weird. I just like look at the food and I gain weight as well. So I was thinking like, so wait a minute, when was the period of my time that I didn't even have worries like that? Oh, when I was eating in season. So it's like, oh, so hot, I'm on the edge of something else. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be rich and famous. And I start Googling if somebody else discovered it. It's like, duh, it's out there, everybody knows about it. So one of these things that he's saying it's seasonal. He said in the winter, you're not eating apples because they are cooling you off. You need to be cooled off in the summer. In the winter, you need to be warmed up. Of course, it doesn't apply on people like who live in Puerto Rico. They need to be cooled off all the time. So he actually recommended cooked apples and compotes. I said, yay! All right, fire, fire. I'm going to get comments. You are chattermouth. Fire. We are getting the stuff. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and 3 of Wands. This is awesome, guys. Fire, you are so into enjoying yourself. You might be actually meeting somebody who is like very much financially okay, and we are talking about this beauty, and we are talking about the new horizons. It almost looks like that some of you fire, you kind of like completely oriented yourself toward yourself, and kind of like enjoy all the bounties, like everything that you have. This is the situation that is almost like must have. That's what I said. We need to work on ourselves before we are able to spread our wings and be with somebody. This card tells me not only did you kind of like work on yourself, but you are passing that lesson with high honors, right? And you're kind of like getting into this like reliable, look at, she has like pears and grapes. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry, I need to eat something. So this is also strong Aries that is coming really true over here, even though, no, I guess must be Capricorn. It cannot be Aries, even though I kind of looked at it over here. So Pentacles, Aries, no, it cannot be, but must be that there's something connecting with Aries if it kind of like slipped out. But look at this card of the ships. Ships are arriving. There is like this, and almost like this really looks like gold. And he's like all covered in gold. There is like this bounty. Everything looks to me so rich and so opulent and such a kind of like lovely thing to look forward. So you'll be probably shopping. So probably early Christmas presents. You're going to feel really beneficial is not a great word. You're going to feel that you can enrich not only your life but lives of the people around you, and it's going, that energy is going to be so strong showing out there. And almost like the ships arriving, this is clearly, if you are into dating, it's going to be something new. You're setting your sights onto new horizons. So almost like you feel accomplished. Okay, I'm accomplished and I'm on this ledge, now I'm going higher. And that's how it's going to feel. You're going to feel in the zone, guys. So it's going to be money also that I see here, or comfort. It could be some kind of money related activities, and you're going to feel really, really good about that. Okay, so who do I do first? Let's go with Leo. Leo, Libra Sun and Moon, and Leo for Rising. So we share two, Carol. I have Moon in Leo and Libra Rising, and Leo. Guys, please give me thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever. I mean, at least thumbs up for effort. How's that? Okay, Leo, we have 8 of Pentacles, we have 4 of Swords, and we have Ace of Pentacles. This is really interesting with how many Pentacles we have. So something new has to start. You're maybe still not ready. This week is going to be all about checking some kind of details. You're baking something, you are doing something. Maybe it's going to be some kind of investment that you're doing this particular thing. Maybe, you know, you have been sick and you need to be warmed up. And clearly this is telling me about balance. There is level of balance that you need to put there. This is like about being thankful. So you're like kind of like almost like doing a step back. You're doing a review of things that you have been doing, and this is really good because from time to time we need to remind ourselves of things that we really did and accomplished. You know, it's kind of going forward all the time. It can be tiring. You need to kind of like look backward, and you are going to do it this particular time frame, right? There is like this some kind of transformation that is happening over here. You kind of like know that you really want to move forward. You are not, however, sure how to do it. Yeah, I think maybe it's a time for new love over here, and it's going to be different this time around. Looks like you're more going to be oriented toward people who are interesting and who are intellectual, who actually can carry a conversation, that you're not going to get embarrassed, but also with the people who are established. Maybe some of you have been dealing with what I call Klingons. You know, used to be the men would support women, now we are equal, and now lots of men just like really want to take advantage. Oh, I'm moving with you in your house, I'm doing this. It looks like you're really looking for somebody who is as strong as you are, and this is really, really coming across over here. So, and letter. There's clearly talking about communication. It is kind of like really interesting because this letter is being shown in some kind of like room over here. It could be hand delivery, but since I don't think anybody sends letters like this anymore, I still like to do it. I still like to send postcards, not a handwritten letter. No freaking way. And nobody would be able to read my handwriting anyway. So this to me, and what does it say? Mon bello something, not sure. It is really to me talking about texts and emails, of course, but also about answers and approvals. And to some extent, I'm also feeling that you need to give yourself permission. I really don't think that somebody else is holding you over here. This can be communication between friends or lovers, spouses and relatives, kind of like everybody getting on the same page. It almost looks like you're standing out, that you're feeling probably better than many people in the situation. And I don't know if there's like something about the school is coming here, exams, if that's kind of like applicable over here. That also can talk about that you are going to write something, that you are intent in sending this letter to the universe, sending your intention, right? We are going through this like new phase. We are going through Mercury retrograde soon, and we're in the shadow already, which kind of like means kind of like getting rid of the old stuff, because that pesky stuff tends to come back. So this is clearly you are still looking into things that they still need some kind of like repair from the past. Okay, so let's go with Aries, since we saw you over there. Aries, Princess of Pentacles, lots of pentacles showing up. This is actually really lovely. This is about some kind of like understanding or study. I'm again seeing lots of studies, and that study can be an informal thing, going in some kind of course, or simply kind of like surfing on the internet and finding something that catches your attention. Maybe you're just going to give yourself, and you guys like to challenge yourself and try different things. I don't know why photography came to me. Maybe you're just going to kind of like take some classes in photography and kind of like do it in that way. And Six of Swords. This is really good. This is kind of like understanding, like I like this kind of like whole movement. Emotionally you're becoming enriched emotionally, and look at what the lovely card this says. It's like almost like that the boat is materializing. In this particular deck, they're almost there. You're going to be getting help from people. So you know what they say, help yourself and God will help you. That's kind of like a situation that I see here. Look at the sun is actually starting to kind of like be born over here. There's like the pathway, but she is arriving somewhere, and it was lots of work. It was like going through the different things, but it was with lots of faith and lots of trust, and it was like something very pragmatic that is right now turning out to be something really, really big. So yes, moving toward calming waters, emotionally stable. It's kind of like that hope that we have inside of us. We still don't know what is out there, but we for sure know that we cannot be there. It was like my hosting for my cattarot.ca. It was like continuously cracking down. Yes, don't go with GoDaddy if you're into that. And not to mention, like, I mean, I would see sandwiches on my site. And what else? Like, I mean, in Spanish and in French, like every week was like a different story. So my better said, can it get worse than that? I said, yeah, probably porn, but I don't have to wait for it. So I switched. And that was the end of the story. So this is kind of like the hope. I'll go with somebody else. It's going to be better. I still don't know what's going to happen. Am I seeing snowflakes again? No, I think I'm just imagining. Ooh, foe, but it's reversed, so that's exactly it. I don't know if you guys have some kind of like enemy, and I don't know why I'm picking up. It could be a work situation, it could be some solution that you're trying to kind of like think through how to kind of like do it. It's still reversed, so I really think that it could have been some kind of like, let's call it danger or a tricky situation that has been kind of like done. Maybe you have a love rival, maybe there's like just like simply a dangerous person, or that somebody is going to try to affect your life, right? Or somebody who just like has no intention of stopping. You tell them stop and they don't really stop, right? But I also think that maybe you had disputes with somebody and now you're able to resolve it in a very pragmatic way, right? Faith. So it is about faith. It's about, I really think, faith in yourself, that no matter what happens, you are moving forward, you will go through it. It could be that their family issues as well. It could be some kind of like disturbances that way, and that you're literally praying and hoping for the best and moving, and maybe you're realizing that you need to be a little bit calmer in your approach. And we have, who did I do it? Sagittarians. Sagittarians, Marianne. I know, let me go and make a snowman out there. Sagittarian, oh my gosh, Sagittarians, you're getting your card, the wheel. Big changes are happening. And, oh my God. Love is in the air. Love is in the house, Sagittarians. First of all, the wheel, the Jupiter. You guys, on the 16th, you're going to feel as somebody turned the button, and that all of a sudden you're waking up, everything is working out. Look at this love. Look at that money and love. And I really hate you. This is kind of like everything in one sign. Why? Why can't it be spread around? And I don't know if this is like doing something to do because Leos had love over there. Maybe Sagittarians are going to be those ones, because I'm seeing love there. Flexibility again. Yes, I think that was the problem with Sagittarians. You have been going through a really difficult problem, because to have that arrow to kind of like get the target, you have the weapon, only sign that has weapon. You are getting de-weaponized. You are laying your weapons down. Your swords are going down. And all of a sudden, you are realizing that harsh edge that you had was just a defense mechanism. You were really doing and paying lots of attention, being financially stable, and kind of like doing things. Look, you're really putting things to rest. It's enough. Maybe there was like somebody who you had an eyes on, with whom you have been very intimate. Look at that. And maybe this kind of like didn't work out, but this to me could mean something from the past coming back to work, and work phenomenally. Something that maybe seemed to be buried. Something that has meant to you so much. Maybe you felt controlled or let down, or vice versa in the situation. This could be actually somebody long distance, ships over there. But this card means you'll really feel on top of the world. That's karma card. So whatever was karmic that you're still feeling resonance, ripples or waves, that's kind of coming back, Sagittarians. So yeah, you're the last, but like you got the sweetest basically thing. So because this is fire, we can ask questions about action. It can be, you know, what can I do in the situation, the best direction to do something, right? So fire is also connecting. Oh, look at that, I didn't use after terror, I just realized this now, interestingly enough. Fire is also about direction, kind of like guidance, right? It's about energy, right? Where we need to kind of like start doing things. So that's along those lines, right? Fire can also be about progress. So let's do it that way. So three doors will be done. 3 doors will be done. 3 doors will be done. Marianne, I do have to ask you to try to be positive. I know that looks like you have been really hurt, and I really wish I'm there to give you a big hug, because I really feel that you feel on the edge. And however, there are lots of people over here who kind of like really need a soft place to fall. So this is not a place to be angry. This is a place to be loving. So I really hope that everybody can send Marianne a big hug over here, because I really feel you're hurting, and it's never a good place to be. But I also want you to kind of like encompass, understand that other people are here there as well. So maybe you can send them hugs as well. I know it is hard, sweetie. I know, and you're air sign, and we kind of like get really angry when we are sad, because we just cannot be vulnerable. So lots of hugs, my love. You really deserve better, and you're going to get better as soon as you kind of like are able to say, I'm even angry, so angry, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to think about you, and that's going to be over, right? Okay, so sending you lots of good vibes, okay? Hugs. So let's go, guys. One more question. With fire, anything goes, right? Fire, 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 fire. Okay, look at how many people are hugging you. Look at how many people care for you. So F those who don't. Really, you deserve better. So door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. The fish, the fish. The fish is like strange card, and it could be about work that you do. It could be that you're wondering about money and what shall I do. So it could be like simply like plenty of fish kind of a thing. Hey, there are more people, I need to kind of look into that. This is definitely telling me that there are like different opportunities, and we need to kind of like look what else is out there. It's not going to be going only in one direction. It can actually be kind of like lots of balls in the air, and things actually can work out much more differently than you guys anticipated. So you need to be really open to kind of like follow your instincts and your emotions on this one. Door number 2, the clouds, but it's reversed. So the clouds are finally kind of like ready to show you the sun. It's a confusion about this question that has been kind of like leaning really heavily. I'm also feeling rain, so possibly tears about this question. It is like really important to, this is about somebody, it's about one person, I would say male. Things are becoming clear. Whatever it is, you're getting into this blue sky. Blue color, the sky blue color, who knows the name of the sky blue color? I'll tell you, it's called cerulean blue. The vision is coming to you, solution is coming to you. You're going to feeling very comfortable, and you'll be getting the answers that you need. And the last card, ooh, the mountain. This clearly has obstacles to get there. This is not impossible, but it can be challenging. It can be longer than anticipated. This can extend the answer to this question for quite a while. This can talk about somebody who is gray-haired, who might be balding, but this also talks about us, that we sometimes need to find solutions without going head-on. That, you know, like a river, we just go around this, or that we bore through it. It's kind of harder than just like going around, but certainly can be slippery slope about that. And it's also telling me to ask you, are you sure you really want to go in this direction? So just make sure that you know what you want, because beware what you wish for, that you don't end up getting this jolly fellow like my girlfriend. So I know that last time I said I'm going to do Reiki. So Lati reminded me, thank you Lati. I'm going to do a few minutes of Reiki, guys, for all of us that can use some healing, whether this is health or it is emotion, or we need more financial balance. Let me find this music. It's going to be really, really short, just a few minutes, but you can come back and you can find it. So you can kind of like repeat it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes, and you can just like put your hands just like that in your lap. Make sure your legs are not touching each other, because the energy field, I want it to circulate properly. And just close your eyes and follow my instructions, and let me get some musica for us that can help us with that. Okay, this would do, but too loud. Okay guys, just try to breathe and acknowledge that you're right here in the present. Let me just find the proper volume for this. There, that's better. I hope you can hear it. So breathe in, big breath in, and then big breath out. In And just so you know, as you're breathing and continuing to breathe, I'll be sending you this energy from the top to the bottom. I'll encompass you with the white light, the light of protection, the light that is going to be a band-aid. It's going to help you to find yourself again, to find this like true, vibrant spirit. Be ready to receive that energy. Start feeling that wave. It feels like wave, but it's like sunshine. It swirls around you. And look around. You're in the field of flowers. Flowers anywhere you look. And butterflies. And you're like so happy. You're feeling so amazed with how nature is so beautiful. And all of a sudden you're starting to feel that your body is vibrating with really, really high energy. Like you feel almost like buzzing. And then you're seeing a fawn standing in front of you, looking at you with a big, big eyes. But fawn has a big rose that is being dropped right under your feet. It's a red rose. It's the angel's rose sending you a sign that you are loved. You want to touch the fawn, but the fawn is not letting you. But it's not running away either. It's standing there looking at you. And all of a sudden, you will see the little baby lying down right next to your feet. And you will see two butterflies landing on top of the fawn's nose. You have never before felt so in the zone. You literally feel waterfall, but waterfall of love just like streaming through you. Just like feel it, experience. Like there is this gold loving energy. And all of a sudden you're understanding, well, this is me. This is what I am bringing to this world. I have forgotten this. So all of a sudden, you're so thankful to your angels. So spend next few moments and thank your angels for acknowledging you, for channeling these messages, for loving you so much that they would never give up on you. Thank them to show you that you are pure love and that you're going to get better and better and better because you deserve it. Keep feeling how your hands, how your head, how your shoulders vibrate. And repeat it to yourself. I'm love. I'm able, willing, and open to receive love. And so be it. So take a deep, deep breath and slowly open your eyes. You just go on about your day, understanding that your vibrations have changed. Now you're a whole, and you are love. And go and share this beautiful, loving feeling. Because you guys truly, truly deserve it. So take one more next breath and open your eyes. You're wide awake again. So guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you all got in touch with your angels. I'm sending you love that I'm feeling. I'm sending you a really, really big hug. And I wish you all the best. So I do have to shake Lottie up and ask her, did she feel that somebody needs to get a reading today, and who it is? I really hope this guys was helpful. If it is helpful, time permitting, we can do that in the future. You guys are welcome very much. Oh, look at all these smiles. I love you guys so much. Like this morning, you know, sometimes I think to myself, oh, Saturday morning, I have to do that. But then I realize, yeah, but these guys are my friends and they're like from all over the world. Of course, only Aquarian can think like that. But I really appreciate each one and every one of you. You are very, very welcome. My pleasure, guys. You know, when you give, of course, you need to learn. Balance is important. So that's what I'm saying. Please give me those thumbs up. You know, do something. Balance is important. But I like to give. So I did this pick. I don't see her in chat. So what do you think, Lati, you need to do? Maybe pick somebody else. Pick somebody else, because you could have picked earlier, but you didn't. So okay. Oh, Kalima Keisha is the winner. Okay, Kalima Keisha, you need to put your email over here. Look at this, OMG! Oh, she's like so awesome. Almost like looks like jumping. There you go. Okay, please put your email here so we know who you are. I know it's kind of like tricky, but I had to find a method that we know who it is. And then you'll have to fill out, and let me just like fill the form for you after that. So, oh, look at you. Thank you very much. Ooh, 333. That's showing here. So let's do this here. So email first. What's this? And then fill this out. But I cannot give you the reading until you put your email here, sweetie. And I'm so glad that you won. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, there is Caddy. Okay, I am seeing it over here. So it is allowing me to hold it or have it. So hidden Belati, but she got it. So I'm not going to do it. Oh, I'm always wanting to. So congratulations. So guys, for those of you who didn't win, I hope you did win through Reiki, because trust me, you're going to have a really, really good energy. And you can go back. It's going to upload right now on the internet, and the mods usually go back and time it. So please tell people where Reiki is. I know it was just a few minutes, but trust me, it's really, really going to help. She did delete it, the cat. Oh, you deleted it. Yeah, okay. No, I saw it, Laddie. I did see it because you wanted to keep this private. I get it. So thank you guys, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm really looking forward to having you. And next time around, it might be a little bit different. Not for the prize, but for the reading, because I definitely want to talk a little bit about Mercury retrograde. I don't know, maybe I'll do a special kind of like session about that. I will discuss that with Lati and seeing it from there. And also any other moderators, if they want to chime on this, like please send me an email. I'm really, really open to your ideas. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. It is Remembrance Day tomorrow. So for everybody who have been fighting for us, for our freedoms, let's be thankful for that as well. Remember, you guys are now messengers of love, so you can really do so much good today. So use it for the best. Love you, everybody. Have a great time. And I am going to right now let you have some cheery music to put you into some really, really good mood. So let me open it up. Let me see this. And thank you, everybody, for being here. You know that I love you, right? I love you too. you guys. Matrix came to say goodbye to everybody. So until the next time, I think he loves to hear that he's pretty. So it's not only Safi that gets all the accolades. So thank you everybody for being here. And until the next time, you know that I love you.